Hot rods, muscle cars, motorcycles, and more may have turned some heads for those passing by the Commuter West parking lot this weekend. We have the details coming up.
Decorating a cookie may seem like an innocent activity, but we'll show you how one campus group used it to help convey a very important message next.
A longtime news anchor found himself in hot water this week, resulting in a vacancy at one of the country's most polarizing news networks. MCTV's Tiara Bryant will have that story and much more in today's Entertainment Express.
And the Red Raider baseball team continues their road back to Omaha with another conference series at Danlaw Field. MCTV's Becca Chance has a look at that story along with highlights and scores in sports.
This is the MCTV Weekday Update.
Welcome to the Thursday edition of the MCTV Weekday Update. I'm Abby Aldrich.
And I'm Carley Banks. The Commuter West parking lot is filled with faculty, staff, and student vehicles every weekday. But on the weekends, the lot is often empty.
That's right, Carly. But this past Saturday, Commuter West was filled with vehicles rarely seen cruising campus. Reporter Nick Hay stopped by and brings us the sights and sounds of this high-octane event.
This is our big fundraiser for the year. We're raising money for our competition in Michigan. It's an international competition. We race these cars, and that's really the point of Formula SAE is to build a race car and design it and race it against other competitions. It's open to the public for anyone who wants to enter. There's a lot of car clubs like the Mustang Club and the Corvette Club of Lubbock. They'll come out, but anyone who wants to enter a car can enter a car. And Best of Show, like you said, is open to everyone, and then we've got trophies for each class, like Muscle or Mustang or Corvette.
All right, our last award is Best in Show. Best in Show is picked by the FSAE team, and this year the team picked car number 5, 1981 911 Turbo.
I'd like to say I'm very honored to win Best in Show from the TTU Formula Car Show. It's a very fast car. In one word, it's a beast. And you got to be careful or the back end will try to catch up with the front end.
Last year, in 2016, we got 38th out of 120 teams, and that's the best Tech's ever done in school history, so we were really happy with that. It's also the first year that we've ever finished. A lot of teams don't finish the race. 2/3 of the teams don't finish because they're built by students, and lots of stuff breaks down. So finishing is a really big milestone for any team, and placing that high is a really big milestone for us. The 2016 car will go 70 miles an hour in a straight line, and an inch off the ground, that feels like you're going really fast because they're so low to the ground. The 2017 car is geared to go 65. We haven't got it done quite yet, but once we get it done, we'll probably top it out in the parking lot. Normally the TTU Police Department helps us out with that. They get the radar gun out and we'll see how fast it'll go, but it's a lot of fun.
The month of April is Sexual Assault Awareness Month. Organizations from around the country are coming together to bring attention to this important issue, and Texas Tech is no exception. On Tuesday, the Office of Risk Intervention and Safety Education held a special event called Cookie Consent in the sub across from Copy Mail. From 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., students passing by could stop, decorate a cookie, and learn about the importance of the word yes.
Yeah, many people stop by just for the interest when I say cookies or condoms, and then they stop by and talk to us, and they learn a little bit more about rights, and they learn about the activity, and they find it's really clever how to play around with sex and cookies in this case, and people usually stop by the cookies and then they get the condoms afterwards.
Cookie Consent was only one of several events taking place between now and the end of April. For a full list of events and activities, as well as ways you can get involved in making a difference, visit the website listed on your screen.
Texas Tech's Southwest Collection stores thousands of documents, photos, videos, and more dedicated to preserving history. Many of those collections come from donors who help bring unique items to the Tech campus. James Sowell, a former university regent, helped create the Sowell Family Collection through a generous donation. The collection consists of personal papers from some of the country's top writers who focus on the natural world. In honor of that collection, the SWC is is currently spotlighting the various writers whose works are stored in the Special Collections Library. The current exhibit includes photos, bios, and a collection of books on display in the main corridor of the SWC. Information in the display not only tells the stories of the writers, but also showcases their contributions to the study of nature. If you would like to see the exhibit in person, you can stop by the Southwest Collection Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., from Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Along with the exhibit, the Southwest Collection is also hosting a special 3-day conference on the SRO Collection. The conference celebrates the collection with special sessions and lectures by TTU faculty, along with authors, writers, and poets from around the country. The conference kicked off this afternoon and it continues through Saturday. For more information and a full schedule of events, visit the SRO Collection website using the website listed on your screen.
Across campus, another special exhibit on the Tech campus commemorates a group of people from a part of history that impacted the world. World War II Veterans, a photographic project, is currently on display in the School of Art's SRO Photo Gallery. The exhibit features photos, bios, and stories documented by photographer D. Clark Evans. Evans created the exhibit to showcase members of disappearing generation who served our country during the world's largest conflict. The photo series highlights each of the veterans in a modern setting, with additional elements that help tell each of their stories visually. World War II Veterans, a photographic project, is now on display through this Sunday. If you would like to stop by and view the exhibit before it's gone, you can visit the SRO Photo Gallery tomorrow from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Sunday noon to 4 p.m. Admission is free and open to the public. The South Plains has continued to see an unseasonably warm year, with temperatures averaging about 70 and 80 degrees since the beginning of spring. And yesterday, we nearly broke another record with temperatures topping out at 91 degrees.
Yeah, Carly, yesterday was one of the hottest days we've seen this month. It looks like there may be some more hot days headed in the near future, but not before a cold front brings some changes this weekend. Let's take a look at the MCTV forecast. The Memorial Circle Cam is showing mostly clear skies, but it's also showing the effects of the windy conditions blowing through the trees. Today's high temperatures are nearly 20 degrees cooler today, and overnight lows are expected to drop a little more into the mid-50s. Tomorrow we'll see a return of warmer temperatures, but the wind will stick around the area. Gusts are predicted to reach 40 miles per hour, so we could see a dust storm during the day. Friday's high temperature is predicted to reach the mid-80s, but the wind will bring in a cold front that will drop overnight temperatures into the lower 40s. Those winds will continue through the night, dropping off after midnight. On Saturday, winds will be breezy, making for a cold start to the morning. Temperatures won't climb much during the day, with highs forecast in the low to mid-60s. We'll see clear skies throughout the day and after sunset, allowing temperatures to fall again into the lower 40s overnight. On Sunday, we'll continue to have lots of sunshine, but temperatures will make their way back into the lower 70s. Light winds along with the warmer temperatures should make for a great end to the weekend. Nighttime lows should be slightly warmer as well, making for a nice and mild evening. On Monday, the last week of April, will kick off with some of the warmest temperatures of the year. Highs on Monday are predicted into the low 90s, and we'll see a return of gusty conditions and partly cloudy skies. Overnight lows will drop just below 60, and luckily the winds should die down after sunset. On Tuesday, we'll see a near repeat of Monday's conditions with the return of the winds and highs in the low 90s. The winds will continue throughout the day and past sunset, with gusts possibly reaching above 40 miles per hour. On Wednesday, we'll see some relief of the wind and a return of sunny skies. Temperatures will climb slightly higher, reaching close to the mid-90s by late afternoon. Overnight, temperatures will only cool off into the low 60s, but that should make for a very nice evening. Looking ahead, warmer temperatures should stick around to the end of the week before another cool down returns into the forecast to close out the month.
A newly released movie is speeding its way into the record books, and famous rapper's unusual home invasion are two of the headlines in the celebrity world this week.
MCTV's Tiara Bryant joins us now with a look at those stories and much more. Tiara?
Thank you, Carly and Abby, and welcome to this week's edition of Entertainment Express. First off, tennis champion Serena Williams announced via Snapchat that she is 20 weeks pregnant. Serena's fiance, Alex Ohanian, co-founder of Reddit, just recently proposed to the tennis player back in December of last year. And since the tennis player is 20 weeks pregnant, that technically means she was pregnant when she won the Australian Open back in January. Congrats to the happy couple. In other news, actress host Lala Anthony and New York Nets small forward Carmelo Anthony have separated due to Carmelo Anthony's alleged infidelity. According to reports, Anthony impregnated a social worker who lives in Chicago. Lala was seen out yesterday without her wedding ring. Sources say Anthony's alleged mistress is due in July. In box office news, The Fate of the Furious, the 8th movie in the Fast and the Furious franchise, pulled in $532 million in its opening weekend, officially making this the biggest global opening movie ever, beating Disney's Star Wars The Force Awakens, which makes $529 million in 2015. Another record broken with this film is the director F. Gary Gary breaking the record for the highest grossing opening for an African-American director. Congrats to the Fast and Furious franchise and cast. Rapper Drake's home was broken into this past Monday, according to the Los Angeles Sheriff Department. The intruder raided Drake's fridge and only stole waters and sodas from the rapper's home. Weird. First Tommy Lauren and now Bill O'Reilly. In recent reports, Fox's Bill O'Reilly, host of The O'Reilly Factor, was fired for accusations of sexual assault. Several women have come out and accused O'Reilly of crude sexual comments throughout his years at Fox. In a statement, O'Reilly said, quote, "It's tremendously disheartening that we part ways due to completely unfounded claims, but that is the unfortunate reality many of us in the public eye live with today." And lastly, in sad news, ex-New England Patriot Aaron Hernandez reportedly killed himself in his jail cell yesterday. According to the Massachusetts Department of Correction, Aaron was found hanging from a window in his jail cell with a bed sheet. Reports say he also blocked his cell door with objects in his cell so no one could get inside. Well, that's all I have for you for this week's edition of Entertainment Express. I'm Tiara Bryant. Back to you, Carly.
Thanks, Tiara. As mentioned, The Fate of the Furious is one of the most popular movies in the world this week, and if you haven't had a chance to see it, you're in luck. Let's take a look at the MCTV events calendar. Tonight, the Tech Activities Board is hosting a free screening of The Fate of the Furious at Premier Cinemas in the mall. The movie continues the Fast and the Furious saga as Dom, played by Vin Diesel, betrays the crew and follows Charlize Theron's character Cypher into the world of terrorism. Tonight's screening starts at 7 p.m. and it's free for the first 400 students with a Tech ID.
Texas Tech has welcomed in some extremely talented acts during its presidential lecture and performance series. The tradition continues this weekend with a special Friday edition of the annual series. Momix, an internationally known dance company, will make a special stop by the Allen Theater tomorrow night at 7 p.m. for the latest edition of the presidential series. Momix is a traveling dance troupe performing 7 full-length shows in venues around the world. For the Tech performance, the group will be performing Opus Cactus, a journey into the hidden landscape of the American Southwest. Tickets for tomorrow's show are $18 to the general public, but Tech students get in free with a valid ID. For more information on tomorrow's performance, visit presidentialseries.ttu.edu.
And on Saturday, join members of the Tech community to give back to the city that we call home. The Office of the President and the Student Government Association, in coordination with the Volunteer Center of Lubbock, are hosting the first ever Tech to Town event. Tech to Town is an opportunity for students, faculty, and staff to give up part of their Saturday and serve the community through various projects across the city. The projects are being coordinated with nonprofit agencies, with opportunities ranging from painting murals to cleaning up the city's parks. If you would like to take part and give back, you still have time to sign up. Just visit events.ttu.edu for additional links and information.
Tech Athletics is in the heart of its spring season. One team is wrapping things up and several more are heading into the toughest parts of their schedule.
MCTV's Becca Chance is in with a rundown of scores, highlights, and more in sports. Becca?
Thanks, Abby and Carly. Texas Tech volleyball's spring season ends with a bang after going 2-1 against 3 Big 12 rivals at the Lone Star College Showcase in Dallas this past Saturday. The Red Raiders start things off with an impressive 2-1 victory over Texas and then fell to Oklahoma in a neck-and-neck battle. But they quickly recovered and took down TCU to end the day and wrapped up the program's second spring under the direction of head coach Tony Greystone. The number 11 Texas Tech men's golf team captured its second team tournament title of the season after winning the Hawkeye Invitational this past Sunday. This marks the first season in which Tech has won multiple team tournament titles since the 2009-2010 academic year and the 19th team tournament title under head coach Greg Sands. The Red Raiders have dominated in the spring portion of the regular season and is gearing up for the Big 12 championship that takes place in Hutchinson, Kansas on April 24th through the 26th. Charles Brown was named Big 12 Male Track and Field Athlete of the Week for the second time this outdoor season. Brown is in the first male in track field athlete in school history to claim this weekly honor more than once in the outdoor season, and second in school history for both indoor and outdoor combined. He currently holds the wind-aided jump school record and is ranked first in the world for wind-assisted long jump marks. This weekend, Brown and the rest of the Red Raiders will be competing in Waco, Texas at the Michael Johnson Invitational on April 22nd. The Texas Tech baseball team traveled to Midland on Tuesday to face New Mexico in the third and final game against the Aggies. The team pinned 4 runs in the 5th inning to take a 6-4 win over New Mexico and completed the series sweep. Tech tallied 7 hits from 6 different hitters that night. Junior infielder Michael Davis had a 2-hit night, including an RBI and a run scored. Davis was also named Big 12 Player of the Week last week after he hit home runs in 3 straight games and helped turn a season high for 4 double plays that increased the team's total to 31, which ranks 3rd in the conference. The Red Raiders will return to Lubbock for their 2nd home conference series of the year, taking on Oklahoma State this weekend at Danlaw Field in Rip Griffin Park. Friday and Saturday's games against OSU are currently sold out, so if you can't make it to the game, be sure to tune in on Fox Sports Southwest Plus. That's all for sports. Back to you, Carly and Abby.
Thanks, Becca. So, Abby, are you planning on watching the Red Raiders this weekend?
You know, we might as well. We got 30 days left here. We got to make the most of it.
I know, don't remind me. Well, that's all for today's edition of the MCTV Weekday Update.
Thanks so much for joining us, and be sure to check ttuhub.net every day for more news. We'll see you next week.